Okay. Really so sorry for the delay, guys. So everyone can hear me?
Yes, Shashank, we can hear.
Okay. Just let me log into the environment, then we'll share the screen. So any doubts in the last class that we discussed, guys? Anyone? Anyone having any doubts? Yeah, but I have a complaint for you. Please make sure whoever is recording the session, please make sure again I'm telling you. Please post the class immediately once the class is recorded, so that the other people can practice it and they can ask their doubts immediately. Okay. So who is recording it today? Who is it, Swahil?
No, it's Satyam is recording. So,
So please post the recordings immediately in the, the. Yeah. Let me share my screen then. So okay, in the last class, what we have discussed. So in the last class, we discussed how to create the choices. Also, we discussed how to make the fields dependent. Also, we created few sections, if you remember. So if I go to snow batches table, so this is the table that we have created. Now I was in the snow batches list view. So I go to the form view of the snow batches. In the last class, we discussed how to create these choices, these kind of choices, and how to remove the none, and how to make these fields dependent, and how to create these kind of sections. So this is what we discussed in the last class. Any doubts, anyone here? Yes, no.
No, it's
no
all
doubts,
good.
Shashank.
Okay. Well, let's go to the incident table quickly. Let's try to create a record in the incident table, guys. Okay. I was redirected to the incident table, but now I'm clicking on new. The moment I click on new, if you pay attention, so you can see there is a field known as number, the first field. This number is getting automatically populated. Yes. No.
Okay. Yeah.
So I
Yes,
need the
Vijay.
similar behavior for my table also, for my snow batches record as well. Whenever I'm trying to create a new record, the same number, how this number is getting populated, in the same way, here also the number should get populated with the prefix SNB. You see the prefix is INC, incident table INC, followed by some zeros and some number. Let's say if I refresh the page, you'll see the number is changing to 2. If I refresh the page again it will change it to 3. The number will change to 3. Yes? No.
Yes, Vijay.
So in the same
Okay.
way,
Yes.
here also I need a number field, and for that number field, the prefix should be SNB, and it should automatically increment the number like 00001 for the first record. Again for the second record it should become 2, and third record it should become 3. So I need this kind of behavior. So I hope everyone understood what we want, what we need to achieve here, right?
Yes, Vijay.
Okay. So pay attention. Here, I want you to know the terminology. If I'm asking you to go to the snow batches list view of snow batches, how do you go? Can you tell me?
Uh, Click on filter, we should click the snow batches.
You need to type snow batches.
Okay.
Then I need to click on this module. So where am I now?
The list view of the
List
snow
view of
batches.
number.
Snow
Okay.
batches.
Now I'm asking you to go to the form view of the snow batches. Then what will you do?
Click on new.
We'll click on one.
I click on new. I was in the form view of the snow batches, right?
Yes.
Now I was asking you to go to the table of the snow batches table view. See, this is the
On
form
the
view. This is the list view. Now I'm asking you to go to the snow batches table view. What will you do?
on the top line header, we should click right click.
Where you are? Guys, I want to go to the snow batches table view. Any idea? Why I'll right click on the header? Okay, I right clicked on the header. Then not like that. So table view, you don't know how to go to the table view. Now you see. In order to go to the snow batches table, type tables in the filter navigator. Under system definition menu, go to the tables module. So I told you every table will store here only. You select the snow batches table. Search for snow batches. Open that record. So this is the snow batches table. Let it open though. See, this is the snow batches table view guys. Clear? Yes. No.
Yes, we will.
Yes,
Okay.
we
Okay. Of course, there are other ways to come here, but I would prefer use this way. Don't confuse yourself like clicking on header, don't configure table. Don't do that. We'll see the additional things later, but learn one way first. Okay. Again, I'm telling if I'm asking you to come to the table, type snow batches table, type tables in the filter navigator, system definitions, table, search for the snow batches table, open the table. To create a field, to create a field, we should always go to the where? Where should I do go to create a field? I want to create a field in the snow batches table. Can you tell me how should I go? Where should I go?
snow batches and then
Go to the snow batches in the sense like what you want me to do.
open the snow batches module. Type snow batches.
Okay. Then
Open the snow batches.
yes. Then
Click on new.
then.
Right click on header.
Mhm.
Configure. The form layer. Form layer.
Okay. Normally we'll create all the fields like this only, except the number field. Okay. Except the number field. Only for the number field, you need to go to the table view of snow batches. What do I mean table view of snow batches? Now can you tell me where should I go? How to go to the table view of the snow batches?
We should go to the tables.
Go search for the table.
Mm-hmm.
Under the system definition. Under system definition.
Table.
Yeah, we should
Okay.
search
Search
for
for
snow batches.
Now here, see only for the number creation. You, see normally we'll create all the fields like this only, like you told. Right click on the header, configure form layout. This is how you create the fields. But only for the table creation, only for the number field creation, you come to this table view snow batches. Go to the control section. Once you come here, go to the control section. Do you find anything now?
yes, auto number.
Auto
Auto
number.
number.
Auto number. Only for the number field creation, you need to come here. Okay. Of course, we can also do that from here, but it will make the things little complicated. You need to add few attributes and all. Okay, it's a simple process from here. Only for the number field. Again, I'm telling you, all the fields you will do it from here. Only for the number field. You need to go to the snow batches table. Go to control section. Check the auto number checkbox to true. Okay, the prefix will be by defaultly taken from the label name of the table. You see the label name of the table, SNO. The first three characters it will take. The first three characters of the label it will take by default. the prefix. Okay, if you want to change, you can change it. I want to make it as S and B. Clear?
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
this is
Okay.
the prefix. Check the checkbox. Give the prefix S and B and the number from where you want to start the number. I want to start it from zero, or else it will start from thousand. So I want to start it from zero. Number of digits you want after S and B. After S and B, how many digits you want? 7 digits I want. If you want, you can change this also, which means six zeros and one one. Next, record six zeros and one two. So 7 digits I need after S and B. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Let me just save it. Again, I'm telling you, please don't confuse. Only for the number field creation, you come to the table. That too, don't right click on this header and do the nonsense. You, only for the number field creation, you come to the tables. In the table, go to the control section, guys. In the control section, you'll be having a checkbox auto number. Since we already done that, you won't get it again. Check the checkbox. Okay. Now, if I go to the snow batches form your list view, I mean form view. Let's go to the snow batches form view. This is the snow batches list view. I'll click on new. Do you see the number now?
It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's getting auto populated. So again, I'm telling you, please don't confuse. Only for the number field, please go there. For other things, you can go later. You can see the other things. Let me just start that. I want this number field. The position of the number field should be above here, above the trainee name. What should I do?
Right click on the headers
Go
and
to the click on
formula.
the
Formula, right?
Formula.
from the
Yeah, I created the record wanted.
You should keep the
Then
number at the
number top.
this is how we are in. Let's see. Now you see the number is on the top. Yeah?
yes.
Okay. I created this record. I created the first record here with the prefix SMB001. Till now the records were not there. If I go to the list view, okay, you see, I'll see there is a record exists here. One record is there. Yeah, this is the formula. I created a record. I saved it, so it will create a record. That record is there here. Now, what I need few fields to be present on the list view also. Not all the fields, but few fields. You see in the form view, you have a lot of fields: number, trainee name, batch, active, description, status, amount paid, start date, company, organize, highest qualification, state, city. Also, you have a lot of other fields here. So I don't want all these fields to be shown on the list view. I need a few limited fields to be shown on the list view, like number, trainee name, batch, status. That's it. Active. Only these fields to be shown on the list view. Okay. You guys are understanding what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes, please.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So in every list you will have this icon, a gear
Settings.
icon, settings icon. We'll call it as a gear icon. Click on this personalized list. The same concept for the form layout. Available means these fields are available. When you bring it to the selected, then only they'll be showing in the. Then only you can see them here. Okay. Click on this. Bring the fields which you want. Let's say number I need. I also need the trainee name. I do need the batch. I need the status. One last field active. Let's click on OK. So these are the fields I need, guys. Okay. So in the same way, if you want additional fields, you can bring it. But this is a personalized list. Personalized list means only for you, not for other people. Okay. Clear? Any doubts here, anyone?
No, no.
Yes, okay.
Now let's see a concept known as views. Once the views are done, then we'll see the audit fields. Like I told you, six fields will be automatically created. Whenever you create a table, then we can focus on the six fields. Okay, what is a view? Let's see that first. What is a view? in order to explain you the view, it's not about this view. Please, whoever it is, go on the. I don't know. I can hear some background noise. Please go on. Okay, we are telling you the list view of the table, form view of the table, and table view of the table. Apart from that, we have different views also. Okay, let me go to the incident table. I'll open the any existing record. Let's say this record. You pay attention to this form ways. You see there are few fields on the left side, few fields on the right side. You can see short description. You can see lot of sections like notes, related records, resolution information, right? You can see all these things. Yes, no.
Yes,
Yes,
Vijay.
Vijay. Yeah.
Now let me change the view of this form. Okay, right click on the header. There is something known as view here. Okay, I was in default view as of now. You can see. Let me change the view. Let's just self service. Pay attention to the form. Do you see any difference here as compared to the previous page and now? No, no difference you see.
Yeah, we are able to see the difference.
Very different.
What is the difference you see?
The fields are rearranged.
Layout and few fields were been
Only
hidden.
limited fields are shown here, not
Yes.
all the fields. If you see the sections are missing, lot of fields were missing actually. Okay, let me change the view again. Now, still more fields got reduced. Yes.
Yes,
So why these views are used actually? Why we need these views actually? Let's see. If I go to mobile view, again, few things are getting rearranged. Why we need these views and all? Okay, I'll tell you what is the purpose of views, but we are not going into the. We are today in this topic. We are just going to create a view, but not going in. Not redirecting the users. First, I'll tell you why views are needed. See, every user will not have the same access. Let's say you are in a company. Now your CEO or your chief security officer will have a, or your network department people, your security department people will have different access as compared to you. You will have the ID card, they will also have the ID card only. There won't be any difference in the ID card, right? ID card will be the same, but the access for that ID card will change. You can scan that ID card into less number of places, but they can scan it into they they will be allowed into multiple areas as compared to you, right? The ID card is same, but the level of access they are having as compared to us is more because they need to maintain the security. Also, the CEO or whatever highest person in the company will also have the same ID card like you, but they can scan into multiple areas. I mean, they can scan that ID card into multiple areas, whereas we can't do that. Whereas our access is restricted to a limited areas, right? Are you getting? No.
yes,
In the
Vijay.
same way, in the service now also, there will be different roles actually. There will be different roles depending on the role. If I open this record, let's say, depending on the role, okay. For example, I'm having an admin role. I'm having a role known as admin. I was logged in as system administrator. This system administrator is having an admin role. I'm opening this record. So I want to see all the details of this form. That is fine, which is expected. Okay. Now let's say I was logged in as some other user. I don't have an admin role. Okay. When I open the same record, I should not redirect to this place. I should immediately redirect to some other view where I should not see all these details. I should see very less details. Maybe self-service. Are you getting? That's why views are designed. Depending on the role, you want to see whether you want to see the more information or you want to see the less information. When the user logs in and when they try to access the same record, user with highest role, user who is having more role can see can redirect to a view where they can see all the details. Users with limited role can redirect to a view where they can see limited details only. They can't see all the details. Is it clear, guys? Are you getting what I'm saying? No.
Yes, we are
Yes,
getting.
sir.
That's the reason we create a view. Yeah, sure. So what I'm saying, depending on the role you are having, depending on the role you are having, when you open this record, you'll be redirected to the view. Let's say, for example, you as a normal employee in the cognizant, let's imagine you are a normal employee in the cognizant. When you open this incident record, you should redirect to a self-service view because there is no need that you need all this info. You should not see all this information. You should not see the priority of this incident. See, can you see the priority here? No. You should not see the impact of this incident. You should not see who is working on this incident. You don't see all these details. But if I was logged in as an administrator or a manager, okay, then I want to see all the details of this incident. Now I can see the priority, I can see the impact, I can see who is working on this incident, I can see which CI is getting impacted, I can see the category, subcategory, everything. So depending on your role, when you open the same record, see, imagine with your real time. If you go to your company, let's say there is a server room. If you try to scan that ID card there in the server room, will it allow you inside the server room? Can you scan your
No.
ID card? No,
No.
you can't. Right. In the same way, here also, when you try to open the record, it will redirect you to this place. Depending on your role, it will redirect you to that particular view. Let's say in this case, if the user is having a big role, if the user is having, currently I was logged in as system administrator, this person is having an admin role. I was logged in as system administrator, this person is having an admin role. So I was redirecting to default view where I can see all the fields, all the information. Let's say, for example, I was not logged in as a system administrator. I'm having very limited role. When I open the same record, it should forcefully redirect me to another view where I can see less details. It is the same record, guys. It is the same record. See, I was logged in as system administrator who is having an admin role. When I open this record, it is the same record. It will redirect me to the default view where I can see all the details. When I was logged in as a limited role, who is not having much role, when I try to access the same record again, it should redirect me to different view where not to the default view, to the different view, let's say self-service view, where I can see limited details only, depending on your role. You want to redirect them like that. Then you have a concept known as views. That's the reason we have a concept known as views. Yeah, no,
Yes,
Yes,
we.
sir.
everyone. Okay,
Yes, we.
but today we are learning how to create the views, but we are not learning today how to redirect them, how to redirect the users based on the roles, based on the current logged in user role. We are not redirecting them to the, forcefully redirecting them. We can forcefully redirect them. There is a concept known as view rules. View rules. If you type view rules in the filter navigator, you will get it. But today we are not discussing that. View rules. Yeah, view rules. Depending on your view, you can do that actually. There is a concept known as view rules. Even for our incident table, there will be a view rule, I guess so. Out of the box, I don't know, but let's. Okay, out of the box, we don't have view rules. So depending on your role, you can redirect them. We can forcefully redirect them. So today we are just learning how to create the views. Not we are not focused on how to redirect them. So remember one thing: whenever you create a table, what we discussed, whenever we create a table, six fields will be automatically created, right? Yes. No.
Yes.
What we are
Yes, we.
thinking is only six fields will create in the backend, but there are a lot of other things that will create as well. Okay. When you're creating a table, not only six fields will create, of course, it will create a section, a default section with the table name. In this case, in our case, row batches was created. Also, it will create a default view. Whenever you're creating a table, you can't see all these views. It will create only one view, that is default view. On top of it, whatever views you are seeing, we need to create it on our own. Whenever you create a table, only one view will be created. Only one view will be created when you create a table, that is default view. Okay, on top of it, whatever views you are seeing, all these things needs to be created by us. Okay, so when you are in default view, then only you can't see the view name in the header. Can you see any view name in the header? No, you can't see. But let me switch my view. Let's say password view. You can see the view name in the header. View password. Can you see?
Yes,
Only in
correct.
the default view you won't see the view name. If you apart from default, if you don't see any view name, you need to understand you are in default view. Okay. If you see any view name, you need to understand you are in that view. Let me change my view to, let's say, self-service view. You can see the view name again. Only in the default view, you won't see any view name, guys. Again, I'm telling you. Okay. Sure. Let's create a view in our table also then quickly. So our table is snow batches table. Let's go to snow batches. One second. Here is the snow batches. Let me open this record. In order to go to the form view, either I can open this record or I can click on new. Anything will work. I'll open this record. Okay. Now, if I right click on this header, here also we have a concept known as view, but only default view was there, like I told. Whenever you create a table, only one view will be there, that is default view. You can't expect other view. Clear? Now, how can I create a view? Can you tell me how can I create this section? I want to create one more section in the form. Can you tell me?
We need to
Right
go to
click on
form
the
layout.
header and
One header, then
configure
configure.
form layout.
The farm layout.
This is the place where we'll come to create a section. So available means these fields are available in the table. When you bring it to the selected, only those fields will be displayed on the form. Whatever things are in the selected, only those fields will be displayed on the form. Also, we can create a new field from here, giving the type. Third attribute will depend on the type. Third field. So here we have a concept known as section. We can create by clicking on new, we can create a new section. If you see above this section, we have something known as view. View. See form view and section. This is section, that is fine. There is a view also. This is the view name. Okay. So how can I create a view? Click on this drop down. You see default view. I told you whenever you create a table, default view will be by defaultly created. On top of it, whatever views you want to create, click on new here. Okay. Are you getting it or not, everyone?
Yes, please.
Correct.
So we have a view name. Click on this. Click on new. Give the view name. Let's give it as, let's say, self service view. I click on OK. Let me just click on OK. Now you can see the self service view got created. In the self service view, there are no sections. If you pay attention here, there are no sections. If I go to default view, only in the default view you can see the sections, tiny details, record info. But if I switch to self service view, you can see only no sections actually. Okay. Just to differentiate between the self service view and the default view, and removing the begin split, split, end split, also few sensitive fields like amount paid, these fields. You can't see this begin split, split and end split. If I go to default view, here you can see all the things. Here also you can see additional sections. Clear? No.
Yes, we
Yes,
see.
please.
Let
Yes.
me click on save. Now can you tell me in which view am I now?
Default view.
How are you
Default.
telling I'm
Default.
in default view?
Because there is no view at
There is
the
no
head in the header.
In the
header.
header you can't see the view name, right? That's the
Yes.
Yes.
reason. If I switch the view now, now you can see self-service view got added. Let's click on send service view. I was in send service view. Okay, clear everyone?
Yes,
This
Vijay.
is how
Yes,
we
Vijay.
create a views, guys. This is how we create a views. Again, I'm telling to create a view, right click on the header, configure form layout. This is how you create a view form layout. Any doubts in creation, auto numbering, or creating a view till now? Whatever we discussed, not only this part, creating a table, fields, choices, making them dependent sections, auto numbering, views. Anything you want me to repeat it again, or you're not feeling comfortable, you can ask me now. Do you have any questions on that? Anyone?
It's clear, Vijay.
No.
Okay, chalo. Then now we'll focus on the audit fields. That is these fields. What is created, what is created by, what is updated, what is updated by, what is updates. There is one more field known as SID, which you can't see that in the list view or in the formula. So what these fields are actually. So I told you whenever you create a table, six fields will be automatically created. These are those fields only. Okay, let me do one thing. One second. Let me do one thing. Let me create one more record. I'll create one more record in this no batches table. I click on new. If I want to create a record, simply fill the details. Of course, there are no mandatory fields here. I'll save it. Now I have two records created in this table. Okay. You can find the details going to the snow batches list view. Okay. Now let's bring those fields, whatever fields we are discussing. So whenever you create a table, six fields will be automatically created. What are they? Created, that is here. Let me bring it here. Created by, here. Updated, here it is. Updated by, updates. There is one more field known as SysID. That SysID, unfortunately, you can't see it in the list view or in the form view. You can't bring that field or you can't see that field. But where you can see, I'll show you. Unfortunately, you can't bring that field in the form level or in the list level. There is one more field known as SysID. Okay. These six fields, of course, there are only five fields here. We'll discuss about the sixth field later once these are clear. These five fields will be no matter what table you create, except for the remote tables, no matter what table you create in service now. These six fields will be by default get created. And what is the use of these fields? Okay, these are the out of the box fields, or we can call it as audit fields. What these will do? Okay, let's pay attention. You see, there are two records here. Yeah, two records. So, what do you think this created is? What it is doing?
It is
What
the
record
date and
created?
time of the record
Hmm?
it was created.
Sorry, louder.
Date and time of the
Date and
record
time of
created.
the record when it was created.
Correct. When this record got created, that date and that time, but today you can see the date is 21, but here it is showing as 20. Okay. The only reason why it is showing like that because of our profile. We don't call this profile, this user profile is not in this time zone. It is in system. I mean American Los Angeles time zone. There it is still 20 on. Okay. So this profile, this current login user profile is in America Los Angeles. So there it is still 21. It's not 21 yet. That's why it is giving the date and time when you have created this record. It is showing about 22 minutes ago. But if you see this, about 2 minutes ago, I just created this record. Clear? No. So
Yes,
created will
Vijay.
give you the date and time when this record got created. Clear, guys? Everyone? No.
Yes, Vijay.
Yes,
Created
Vijay.
by. What do you think created by is doing?
Who
Created
created
by
it?
who created it?
Who created it?
It's admin system admin.
No. The person who created it, it will give the current logged in username who created it. Who am I currently logged in as?
System administration.
System administration.
If I currently logged in as system administrator, why it is giving admin here?
It's
Okay.
the
Also,
same.
one more question. When you're logging to the environment, let's say if I need to log into this environment, guys. Okay. Everyone is logging with username admin. You didn't ask me, Vijay, why I'm logging as username admin only. Why it can't be system administrator? Because you see, I was currently logged in as system administrator, but I'm logging here as username admin only. I'm giving the username as admin only, right? Yes or no? Why was it happening? Because let's go to user table. Every user will be stored there only. Let's go to user table. Okay. Here, if I search for system administrator, that is current logged in username, that is system administrator. I was currently logged in as system administrator. One second. The user ID of this system administrator is admin. Okay, that's the reason you are logging with admin only. Everyone. Clear? The reason why you are logging with the user ID admin, because the user ID of this user is admin. That's the reason. Clear, everyone? No.
Okay, guys.
Also not only that, here it will take the user ID. Current logged in user who created this record, that person's that current logged in user. I was currently logged in as system administrator. So who created this record? That person's user ID it will take, not the name. So I was currently logged in as system administrator. I created this record. So I can see the user ID, that is admin. User ID, not the name. I can see the user ID, admin. Clear? And
Yes,
also, I
Mr.
need to tell you, since this is a PDI, personal developer instance, you all have different environments. In this case, this person is having, I was logged in as 303337. You might be logging as 210764. Some other person will be logged in as some XXX number. But in real time, you all will be logging to one environment only, not these many. You don't have, each person will not have each different instances. Since this is a PDI, personal developer instance, we all have different environments. Okay, but in real time, you all will be logging to one environment only, not to different environments. Okay, in real time. Let's say you all are working in one project. So your URL will be same. You won't have different URLs. All will be logging to one URL only, .service-now.com, and this also the same. You won't have different URLs. Let's say if I need to do a shopping in Amazon or a Flipkart. What I'll do, I'll simply do Amazon.in, right? Yes or no? I'll do Amazon.in. You will also do Amazon.in only. For you, the URL will not change. Yes or no? Are you getting it or not?
Yes,
Yes,
Vijay.
Vijay.
Your URL will not change. For all of us, the URL is same. In the same way, if you are working in the same project, your URL will not change. You won't have a different URL, but your username and password will change. So in the Amazon.in, which I'm logging in, I was currently logged in as a different person, but you might be logged in as a different person, right? In the same time, in the same way, in real time also. Okay, you all will be logging to this environment, the same environment. If you're working in the same project, you'll be logging to the same instance, but the username and password will be different. So, what is the use of this user table? What is the use of this user table? The use of this user table is, there are how many records here?
629.
So
29.
all these 629 users can log into dev303337.service-1. The reason why we have user table in service now, whoever are users in this user table, they all can log into this environment, to this environment. Even though it's a dummy data. Let me help you how to do that. Let me create a new user record. I'm creating a new user record. My user ID. I don't want to log in as admin, so I'm giving the user ID as Vijay. I'll give the first name as Vijay. I'll give the last name as CH, something like this. Other things are not mandatory, and save the form. Okay. I log in with what is my no? I log into the same environment. See, I was currently logged in as system administrator here. Now I'll go to the incognito. 303337. I was logged in as system administrator. You can see. In the same environment, I'll log in as Vijay, not as a system administrator. I log in as Vijay CH. My user and name is nothing but the user ID. What is the user ID here, Vijay? Then what about the password? So we need to set the password here. There is a button set password. Initially, in the previous releases, I mean not recently, before 5 releases. Now we are in Xanadu release, but before 5 releases, Savishna used to have a field actually, password field here, and we need to enter that password as we want. But due to securities, they changed that system. Now you need to click on set password, this button. It will only ask you to generate the password. You need to generate. A random password will be generated. You need to copy this password. I copy it to my clipboard, save password. When you click on save password, you can see password needs reset checkbox is checked to true. So it will ask you to reset. So if I go here, I was logged in as username Vijay. I just copied the password here, pasting it. I click on login. When I log in, it is asking me to give the current password. The reason why it is asking me to coming to this page because here the password
It's
needs
it.
reset checkbox is checked to true. Let's paste the current password. I'll give the new password. Of course, it is having some new criteria. I was logging to the same environment 303337.service-now.com as Vijay CH. As Vijay CH. But again, in the same environment here, I was logged in as system administrator. Clear? So the use of this user table. What is the use of the user table actually in person? User table, whatever records you see in this user table, they all can log into your environment to this URL. But in real time, you don't have each person. If you are all working in the same project, you all won't have a different URLs. Okay, if you are working in a same project, you will have same URL, but you'll be logging with different username and different password. That's it. Okay, clear? Any doubts? Anyone?
Now is it clear?
Mm.
So here, what is user ID? Okay, user ID is the thing. The reason why I'm telling all these things is because of the user ID. Okay, so that's the reason you all are logging with the username admin because your user ID is admin. The system administrator's user ID is admin. That's the reason you are logging as admin. Also, when you are this audit fields created, this field, no matter what table you create, these 6 fields will be created. In that created will give the date and time when this record got created. Of course, if I hover here, it is showing 31 minutes ago, and this record is showing 11 minutes ago. And who created it? I was currently logged in as system administrator, but it will pick my user ID rather than the name. So that's why it updated. So you can see as of now the created time and updated time both are same. Let me do one thing. Let me open this record. I'll do some change. What is the change I'm going to do? Let's say I'm adding the amount paid. I'm saving the form. I have done one change here. So if I go back here, refresh the page, you can see created. This record was created 32 minutes ago, but this record got updated just now. Clear? I just updated this record. When was this record recently updated? That date and time it will capture. Created won't change, guys. Created throughout this record life cycle. The created date and time will not change. Updated is nothing but when it got recently updated, that date and time it will pick up. Clear, everyone? No.
Yes, okay.
Are you getting it or
Okay.
no? Created will
Yeah,
give you
we
the
But
date and time when this record got created. Created by will give you the user ID who created it. Updated will give you the date and time when this record got updated. Yeah, the date and time. Updated by will give you the user ID who updated it. In this case, I only created and I only updated. But let's say in the real time, what happens in the real time also most of the cases you will only create and you will only update. That is fine. But let's imagine we all are working in the same team. Let's say we all are working in the same team. Um so we all have access to this environment. Maybe I would have created this record, but Swahit is updating this record. Then what happens if I create this record? You can see created by will be my name and updated by will be Swahit's name. So just to have a track who created it or who updated it. If there is any unnecessary change, I can reach out to him by seeing this updated by name and I can ask why you have changed it. Are you getting? No.
Yes, Vijay.
Yes,
Yes, Vijay.
Yeah. Maybe it's not necessary every time created by and updated by name will be same. Maybe you created it, I can do some changes here. That's why we have updated by. Updates. How many times this record have been updated? Till now I have updated it only once. If I go here to this record again, I'll do some change. Let's say I'm giving just some company here. I'm saving the form. If I refresh this page, you can see updates is 2 because I have updated this record 2 times. Clear? So that is updates. How many times you have updated this record? Yes. Any doubts here, anyone? Created will give you the date and time when this record got created. Created by will give you the user ID who created this record. Updated when it was recently updated. Updated by will give you the user ID who updated this record. Updates will give you how many times this record have been updated. Clear, everyone? No.
No.
Yes, Vijay.
Also, you can
yes, Vijay.
sort this list, guys. In this case, we have only 2 records, but let's say you're having 100 records, and you want to know which was the recently updated record or which record got recently created. In this case, we have only 2 records, but let's say the concept is same. Whether there are 2 records or 100 records, the concept is same. You want to know which record was recently created. You can sort this list. You see created here. Right click on this, or you can click on these 3 dots. Either you can right click or you can click on these 3 dots. Anything your wish. If I do A to Z, what it will do? Which record got which record created first? It will show that record first, and which record got created next? It will show that record. If I do Z to A, which record got recently created? It will show that record. Which record got last created? That will show in the next list. Okay. You can also do this for the number. Trainee name also you can do. What it will do? It will arrange it in the alphabetical order. If you do it for trainee name or the number. Okay. If you want to know, there are 100 records in a incident table. I want to know in a snow batches table. I want to know which record got recently created. You can simply sort it with Z here. Or you want to know which record got recently, first created. You can do A to Z. That's okay. Okay. There is one more field that is society. Society. Okay. I told you there are 6 fields, but I have explained you only 5 fields. Created by, updated by, and updates. There is one more field known as society. That field, unfortunately, we can't see it in the form level or in the list level. Okay. So where you can see that field. Okay. Society will also be generated for each and every record. How for each and every record we have created by, updated by, and updates. In the same way, society is also a field that will be generated for each and every record. So if I open any record, where you can see that society, if I open any record, you see the URL here, carefully. Dev servicefno.com. My table name of the table, and the next one is society. Okay, this is the society. You can also copy this society by right clicking on the header. You have an option copy society. You can also copy it in this way. So what is this society? Society is nothing but a 32-bit character ID. 3 to 32-bit character ID. It will be up to 32-bit characters. Up to 32. Up to 32 means what is a character? Q is one character, 1 is another character, E is another character. So I have entered 3 characters here. Q1E, there are 3 characters. In the same way, this society can be up to 32-bit character, 32-bit. And it is a randomly generated ID, which is a unique ID allocated to each and every recording service. Society is a unique ID which will be generated to each and every recording service now. No matter what table it is, when you have a record, that society will be unique. It won't. You can't compare that sys with any other within the same environment also, within the same instance also. Let's say if I go to user table, how many records are there here? 630 records. Each and every record will have a unique sys. If I open this record, again you can see different sys. So when there is a record, no matter what table it is, you see a record, that record will have a sys, and that is a 32-bit character randomly generated ID by service node. And that ID will not match with any other record. It's a unique ID allocated to that particular record. You can't see the same ID for any other record within your environment. It's unique. Not only within your environment, any environment, that ID is randomly generated ID by service now. Why it is used, where it is used, it comes when it comes to the server side code, then you'll understand. Okay. But as of now, your understanding should be sys ID is a unique ID. Okay, are you getting? No.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we got.
Sys ID is a unique ID, that is 32-bit character ID, that will be randomly generated for a record. Okay. Society, if you don't understand, don't take stress. As of now, just remember, whenever you see a record, that record will have a society. But unfortunately, you can't bring the society in the list view or in the form view. You can't bring that society. You can see it only in the URL. You can copy the society from here. Okay. It's a random generated ID. It can be up to 32-bit character, and it is a unique ID. It won't match with any other record. Any doubts, anyone?
We got that.
Today, actually, I thought of telling you one more concept to create one more table and make this table as a parent table to the table. But anyway, we can continue that tomorrow. If you have any doubts in this whole classes, like in the past three classes that we discussed, you can ask me. Today we didn't explore much, I know. Today we just saw auto numbering, view concept, and the audit fields. Created by updated by updates in society. These are the six fields. You have any doubt, anyone?
Now it's explained.
So, Vijay,
Hmm.
I want to know. I mean, I have one doubt. As you said, in the audit history, we have seen thing fields created by, updated by so and so
Yes.
fields. Like, can we see the more detailed history in the audit history? Whatever the fields were being updated by whom?
You can see, but I don't want you to show at this moment. But you can see. Let's say, for example, here created by is giving the my name admin. Updated by is giving admin. But let's imagine I created this record. Okay, maybe Sai Kumar has updated this record first. Then um, Swahit has updated it again. So I can see only Swahit name here. I can't see Sai Kumar's name here, right? But I want to know how many times this state field has been changed, or how many times this date field have been changed, or how many times this amount paid field has been changed. You can see that more detailed history. But if you don't understand, just leave that. Normally, you can see right clicking on this header, you have a concept known as history.
Okay.
You'll be getting the list also. As of now, you're getting it calendar only. You'll have one more option known as list. I don't like this calendar concept. I think I need to add an attribute. Here you can see more detailing what got created and what not. But this I don't understand. This calendar thing I don't understand honestly. But if I go to incident table, maybe I can show you more clearly. Maybe I need to add a attribute. There is a concept known as attribute. I need to add one attribute. Then I can see the. As of now, when I right click here, I can see only calendar. I can't see. There will be one more option. Let me show you. If I go to this incident, let's see. If I right click on this header, you can see list also here. If I click on this list, here you can see how many times what got changed. Let's say for example state. Okay, it is changed only one time. Let me do one thing. Let me open this record quickly and I'll do some changes. Let me change the state from new to in progress. Again, from in progress to I'll wantedly changing it to on hold. Now, if I came to the same history, okay, if I want to know how many times the state got changed and who changed it, if I want to know that info, I can give the state here. It got changed 3 times actually. You can see that info here. You can
Yes.
see with the updated time actually. So initially it was new. It changed it to in progress by system administrator. And again from in progress to on hold, it was again changed by system administrator. Old value is nothing, new value is new. Now old value is nothing but the previous value. From new to in progress they changed by system administrator. From in progress to again on hold they changed by the system administrator. But please don't focus on this. Again, if you're not feeling comfortable, don't focus on this. That's fine. But you can get every detail will be stored in service. Who changed it for each and every field, what they changed, everything you can get it.
Okay.
But if you don't understand it, don't stress yourself. But yeah, there is a way to find it.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other doubts? Anyone? That's fine. Don't think what people will think. It can be any stupid doubt or any small doubt. You can ask me. Okay. Cool. Uh, yes. Please post the recording in the group so that other people can also access it. Thank you so much for your time. If you don't have any questions, we'll catch up tomorrow at the same time, 8 o'clock. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.